this mix.
The most important thing is that there's freedom at the top. That's key. There's no question that it's not about playing pointless shots and over-exaggerating aggression.
Jasprit Bumrah has the ball. That's gone all the way. Stoppage for 6. Simon Ayub gets going.
Well, that's one way to do it. Same result, it's out of there.
Simon Ayub loves the reverse sweep, doesn't he? Gets a lot of runs in the reverse sweep. Yeah, he's actually done pretty well for himself today with his bowling and his fielding. Seems like the rubber little green is going his way as we speak.
Yeah, absolutely. 69 metres of glory off the best bowler in the world without any question already in this tournament. Hardik Pandya in form, and now Jasprit Bumrah getting a bit of punishment.
Oh, that's a tremendous delivery. He's showing his back to the umpire. Tremendous strike. That is Yorker at pace. Tremendous delivery. Simon Ayub has asked for a review.
Yeah, you can ask for a review, but you were gone for all money there.
We have a player review for LBW. Original decision is out. It's fair delivery. I'm looking at the split screen. Looks like it's hit the pad. Let's keep rolling. We'll just go to Ultras just to confirm that, but it looks like it's pad. I actually just, so I can see on the right the pad moving. We actually go to ball trick when available. We don't need ball Ultras. You can see the pad moving on the right. It's clearly pad. Just waiting on ball tracking. Original decision is out. Pitching in line, impacts in line. Wickets hitting. Kumo, you get back on screen, you can stay with your original decision of out.
It was absolutely dead. What a delivery. It's a new ball to get that. Babar Azam on strike. Puts it over the infield, he'll get runs. It's a fast outfield. Rinku with a dive, that's a great stop. Good piece of fielding. A bit iffy on that occasion, Babar Azam.
The beauty of Rinku Singh. Played that officially, and everyone thought that's 4 for all money. But Rinku Singh is as fast as lightning. Just gets to every ball in the outfield. The little pocket rocket is Rinku Singh, and you can bet your bottom dollar that he will give his all on the outfield.
He played it away late, and that's a typical Babar Azam shot. He'll defend like that and run the ball through the slip cordon for a run. No chance, absolutely no chance, because it had everything, that delivery, full of length and tailing back into.
Yeah, it was missing. Off stump and leg stump.
And the bat.
That's a nice shot. Played the angle so well. Salman Aliagha will fetch a 4. That's a welcome break for Pakistan.
Those are big boundaries. Square the wicket here, Srinivasa. And didn't get all of it. The in-swinger from Jasprit Bumrah. The inside half of the bat. Yeah, I think the ball being so hard. It's a boundary. 13 for 2 now.
Another one. That's a soft dismissal. What was he trying to do there? Salman Aliagha. himself down with not such a great shot.
After doing so much good work in this over, especially after the wicket, the last thing that Pakistan needed here was a soft dismissal. Where was he trying to go? Sort of very good shot, the ball before, just staying upright on the ball and punching it through the line. On this occasion decides to go the aerial route on a wicket that's just holding. Bumrah into play. He is all over this World Cup. In fact, he's been all over every World Cup. Agar goes for 4, it's 13 for 3.
Pakistan very keen to just play shots irrespective of whether they're pulling it off or not. This really was a nothing shot in the end. Salman Ali Agha had got a 4, then top edging that one. It was an impossible angle he was trying to create.
Yeah, on a wicket that is holding a little bit, especially with the new ball, I think that they're playing across the line as an option is suicidal. You're going to pay for that. You want to hit, you want to give yourself a little bit of a chance, get at least a little bit one with the pace of the ball, understand what's happening. None of the batters are giving themselves a chance here, which actually works in India's advantage. India not doing anything fancy, they're just hitting the right areas, being disciplined with the areas, and that's paying dividends.
Look, I tell you what, against Hardik Pandya, I'm going to have a dip. I'm going to try and use his lack of pace, if you like, try and come at his line. But against Jasprit Bumrah, he's giving you all the pace. He's looking to go at the stumps, and therefore you don't have to do anything more expansive than just get your hands through the line of the ball. There's arms and legs going everywhere. We've spoken so often about his late release, his early release point, which obviously gets on you as a batter. Just keep it really simple against the best.
This is wild stuff, really not needed at this stage. So you've got to calm down a little, because they need a partnership here, right?
You do, but I think Pakistan in that sense have been quite binary in the recent past. You know, it's either all or nothing. You know, even their stats, you know, say as much. You know, in the power play they have more than 50% of dot balls, or they get 30% of boundaries. So that it tells you a story that there's no real singles or strike rotation in the top 6. So they're not playing far from how they generally play either. But does it mean that you can afford to play these shots at this point in time? I don't think so. Not at 14 for 3.
That's gone all the way for 6 against the run of play. He's played a majestic shot, a 6.
Yeah, I think we're being a little harsh on the approach here against Hardik Pandya in particular. I don't mind this type of shot where you're casting your hands through the line of the ball, trying to hit straight down the line at this stage. And that was on the back of, remember, Usman coming down and trying to upset Hardik's length. He got a little full. To me, that's smart cricket.
Irrespective of what the situation is, that ball was in the zone to be hit over mid-off.
So he's got to make sure that he has the angle and the length really to carve a 4 or a 6. It won't really be beneficial to him or Pakistan team if he continues to hit the ball like that.
Usman's really just making my point here, you know, and this is where, you know, Hardik generally bowls that short back of a length area. That is a tough area for the batter to score runs off him. He usually goes for runs when he pitches the ball up or looks to pitch the ball up.
That shot, that's well fielded at point. Partly stopped, would have been 4 if he had not been stopped by Akshar Patel. 3 done, 21 for 3. Make sure that you see him off, so I think that should have been the word. Bumrah is a wicket-taking option for India, so let's not give him an opportunity and an option to absolutely destroy you. There'll be other bowlers that you could probably dominate.
Wasim Bhai was talking about the stance at this ground for a fast bowler. Especially on this wicket, fast bowlers actually got more wickets than spinners have. So Bumrah could be dangerous. He's generally dangerous on any wicket. That late swing, the fact that with that action he can get the ball to tail back into the left-hander, that is something. That is some skill.
You and I shared a car on the way to the ground today, and we were talking about the impact of that exact point. The fast bowlers, we're always going to have impact with spin bowling on this track. But you think back to the last over of Shaheen Shah Afridi and versus the first few overs here now from Jasprit Bumrah, and there's the margin right there.
It's a wide one down the leg side. Absolutely. I think Jasprit Bumrah is light years ahead at the rest of the cast.
Cross bats, that's what the flavour of this batting, doesn't matter what colour that you're playing for in the world, and they've all met with the same or similar results, and that is that it's difficult off that short of a length to try and plant it as you would in India into the stands. Very tricky on a wicket that's just holding. Even with the new ball, it's very tricky,
especially with the large square boundaries here in Sri Lanka and the wind. You know, there's a big crosswind here, so when you're trying to hit square the wicket here, these are very large square boundaries, not like the boundaries in India.
Playing it with soft hands, watching the ball closely. Babar Azam, you need a Babar Azam here to survive this scare, because you want some conventional batting and basic batting. No heroics needed. It's just about putting up a partnership. And Babar Azam could be an ideal guy here to do that role for Pakistan.
Yeah, need a stopgap. Babar Azam is all. He's going to have to be Superman for Pakistan this evening.
Oh, that's well played in the end. And it's a Yorker, and almost swept him off his feet.
Almost took his big toe there. Yo! Yeah, as a batter, I can tell you, when the ball comes in that direction and that speed, you're trying to just get bat onto it so that it doesn't crash into your toe. And that is the danger that Jasprit Bumrah is.
Yeah, change of pace. I think it was a cutter that was attempted. Babar Azam in the end dealt with it quite smartly.
Yeah, how beautifully done. Very deceptive. Could barely pick it up. Just rolled his fingers over it as the ball came out of his hands. There. He does that so late. This is the off spinner. He's got a top spinner as well, which is even more dangerous.
Very impressive over once again. 4 done, 25 for 3. Patel comes on to bowl, and so the Pacers have given Indian spinners a headway here. 3 wickets. And so what they need to do is just follow through, basically.
Tell you what, Ramesh, here is where the game will go in India's favour.
That's such a good shot. He plays spin well. He's a good cutter of the ball. Fearless batting so far from Usman Khan.
Yeah, great shot from Usman Khan. Made some room for himself. Ball was pitched up and freed his arms. Threw the ball. Got it over the infield. Nicely done. Head watching the ball right on top of it.
Goes big again, and that's another great hit. Under pressure, he's produced 2 lovely hits.
I'll tell you what, he's right up for it here, Usman. He's come in, maybe just sort of trying to go a bit too hard, but at the moment it's putting pressure back on India. What an astute comment.
He thought this means for India. They lose number 4 to Pakistan. Babar Azam goes for 5. They are 34 for 4 now.
India were.
I think that's missing the stance. And a Good comeback from Aksar after being hit for 2 fours. Picked up Babar Azam, 34 for 4.
Change of bowling. It's going to be Varun Chakravarti. So double spin attack for India at the moment. Akshar Patel bowling the 5th over and Varun Chakravarti.
Fielder out there will cut it off to make sure it doesn't get away for 4. Live wire, Rinku Singh. Look at the wicket. Yeah, tries for the slog sweep. Carries on with the arm onto the middle stump. Delirium in the crowd.
Ramzan, look at the scorecard here. Pakistan now struggling big time.
Yeah, in the power play, it really had to be about just staying in the game for Pakistan, getting some sort of a start. Theory might well have been that whilst the ball is hard and you've got to try and play some shots, but not at the expense of your whole batting order.
Pick your bowler, you got to pick your shots. You just can't come in and, okay, I'm going to play shots. I'm chasing 170 plus. Against one of the best pacers in world cricket in all the formats, for Bumrah.
Yes, absolutely. I think Nawaz Fahim and Shaheen to follow Fahim played a match-winning innings only a couple of matches ago against Netherlands. She could possibly, having lost 2 wickets, the shot that the skipper played was really hard to understand. In the same over, there'd been a wicket to Bumrah. Somebody or Bumrah or Wasim Akram or give him a wicket in the first deliveries. You don't want to try something against it.
Even there was a last ball as well of just that over where Salman got out. Go with the straight bat if you're gonna attack the bowlers. He's a good bowler. Good variations, good pace, ball within the stumps every time. 6 overs gone, 38 for 4, and time for a drink.
हाथ खड़ा करना होगा. ये अच्छा स्वीप शॉट. गेंद फाइन चली गई. शादाब खान सिर्फ मुड़ सके दूसरे को.
अब देखना यह है कि पाकिस्तान की टीम जो है उस का जो स्ट्रक्चर होता है उसमें बैटिंग डीप करते हैं, लंबी बैटिंग खिलाते हैं. अब वो लंबी बैटिंग का टेस्ट जरूर है. जैसे कि आपने कहा कि अभी 10 की रिक्वायर्ड रेट नहीं है, तो T20 में ये चेस हो सकता है. और पाकिस्तान जिस तरह की टीम खिलाता है, ऑलराउंडर्स काफी खिलाता है, कोशिश करता है.
ये अच्छा शॉट खेला है. इस बार गेंद गैप में गई. 4 रन का इजाफा. उस्मान एक एंड पर तन्हे तन्हा पाकिस्तान के लिए लड़ाई जारी रखे हुए.
मिड विकेट जो था वो सर्कल के अंदर, तो भले बल्ले के अंदर की तरफ बॉल जरूर लगा है लेकिन गैप में गया.
अच्छा फुटवर्क था. हाथ से भी रीड करते हैं लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर को. उस्मान खान पर कट करने के लिए गए.
तारिक भाई, इनका फेवरेट शॉट है कट शॉट, लेकिन ये पिच है जहां पे बॉल तेजी से बल्ले पे नहीं आ रहा, तो थोड़ी सी परेशानी होती है.
रन का कतई मौका नहीं था. भारत की फील्डिंग अब तक बिला शुबा लाजवाब रही है. पाकिस्तान ये जो फील्डर्स थे उनने भी सर निगू किया. आउट क्रिकेट पाकिस्तान की इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी. वही पत्ते बड़ी हद तक हवा दे गए जिन पे तकिया था. जितने भी सीनियर बॉलर्स थे वो उम्मीदों पर पूरा नहीं उतरे.
मान तारिक का भी इस्तेमाल काफी लेट किया गया. प्रेशर तब ही था जब ईशान किशन बैटिंग कर रहे थे. शायद इस वक्त सोचना चाहिए था कि आपका जो एक्स फैक्टर है को बॉलिंग दी जाए। खैर अब तो बात निकल गई।
इसे फाइन लेग की जानिब चलता किया फील्डर लॉन्ग लेग से चले कुलदीप यादव, लेकिन गेंद की रफ्तार तेज से बढ़ती गई। उस्मान के लिए और पाकिस्तान के लिए ये अच्छा ओवर 9 रन के साथ 47 रन
की नजर दुरानी पड़ेगी क्योंकि आपके पास मौके हैं।
उस्मान जो हैं यहाँ वो जिम्मेदारी का एहसास कर रहे हैं, जानते हैं भारत के खिलाफ खेल रहे हैं और जितना मजबूत बॉलिंग अटैक है करवाते हैं। वसीम अकरम और रोहित शर्मा ट्रॉफी लेकर आए थे, उनके साथ आईसीसी के चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव थे। संजू गुप्ता एक और उमदा शॉट, 4 रन का और इजाफा होगा। शादाब खान ने इस बार ये उल्टा स्वीप किया और बहुत फाइन किया
और रन्स का सिलसिला जारी। तो भले 4 विकेटें गिर चुकी हैं लेकिन रन जरूर आ रहे हैं। तेज बॉल करते हैं वरुण चक्रवर्ती, तो उसी का इस्तेमाल किया। इस ओवर में 8 रन आ चुके हैं 3 बॉलों में, तो इसीलिए पाकिस्तान का क्राउड भी थोड़ा सा शोर करता हुआ।
या पाकिस्तान की बैटिंग ने कुछ होश के नाखून लिए और ये दोनों खिलाड़ी जो हैं अब हर गेंद को मेरिट पर खेल रहे हैं। उससे बाउंड्रीज जो हैं उनका ताकुब नहीं कर रहे, बल्कि अपना जो स्ट्राइक है उसका भी तबादला कर रहे हैं और यही वक्त का मुतालबा भी है।
और अभी तक इंडिया के स्पिनर्स का बॉल उस तरह से पिच से घूमा नहीं है।
अक्षर भाई वहीं पे
उन्होंने बैटिंग भी अच्छी की है, दोनों ने स्पिनर के सामने अच्छा फुटवर्क दिखाया है। एक जश्न का माहौल है श्रीलंका के दारुल हुकूमत में, कोलंबो में। यहाँ पर दोनों ममालिक के परचम हैं। माहौल जो है बिल्कुल शायान शान है पाक भारत क्रिकेट के, जो खासा रहा है 1952 से 57 पर 4।
कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि दबाव जो है वो स्पिनर्स पे ही डाला जाए। निकल के जरूर खेला था, खुशकिस्मत जरूर रहे क्योंकि तिलक वर्मा चोटी के फील्डर जरूर हैं।
थोड़ी सी इनको चोट भी लगी है, लेकिन ये मुकाबला ऐसा है, इसकी गर्मा गर्मी में अब सब भुला देते हैं। एक और उम्दा शॉट, इस बार भी दोनों फील्डर दौड़े थे मगर देखते रह गए। इस बार फुटवर्क और उसके बाद प्लेसमेंट कमाल।
ये छठा चौका है उस्मान का और लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर अक्षर पटेल को पता है कि ज्यादा बॉल टर्न नहीं होती, तो अपने आप को जगह दे के सामने शॉट लगा रहे हैं। अक्षर पटेल अमूमन बॉल को राइट हैंडर के लिए अंदर की तरफ लाते हैं, टर्न नहीं करते। और उस्मान खान जो कि जाने जाते हैं कि स्पिनर्स को बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं, 150 की स्ट्राइक रेट पे बैटिंग करते हुए और पाकिस्तान की उम्मीद बने हुए हैं।
यहाँ इनके सामने नशेमन पे बिजलियों का कारवां गुजर गया है, लेकिन उस्मान खान जो हैं वो अपनी मौजूदगी का एहसास दिला रहे हैं। इसके बावजूद इतने बड़े स्टेज पर अच्छी क्रिकेट दोनों अतराफ से। शर्त देखा, गेंद को उनसे दूर गिराया और अब गेंद करीब हाथ लग चली थी। बेमिसाल डाइव, दूसरे रन के लिए बुलावा था लेकिन जल्दी जान गए थे रिंकू को, इनके खिलाफ अब नहीं जा सकते।
कोशिश की थी, अभी भी
ऐसे ऐसे पहिए चाहिए पाकिस्तान की इनिंग्स को भी।
ठहराव भी चाहिए क्योंकि 9.7
एक की औसत ही चाहिए, कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको 12 रन फी ओवर दरकार हैं, तो बाउंड्री के साथ साथ सिंगल्स और 2-2 रन भी आप बना सकते हैं, जो कि इस पार्टनरशिप का हिस्सा रहे हैं।
सबसे ज्यादा रन टीम साइफर्ड के हैं, न्यूजीलैंड के। अच्छा दिलचस्प ओवर का खात्मा 66 पर 4। पहली बार खेल रहे हैं, शदीप सिंह की जगह इन्हें टीम में शामिल किया गया।
T20 में कहा जाता है जब आप बैटिंग कर रहे हो तो विकेटों पे ज्यादा सोचते नहीं, रन्स बनाने की औसत को देखना पड़ता है। 4 विकेटें जरूर गिरी हैं, लेकिन अभी भी बैटिंग है पाकिस्तान के पास, और इस किस्म की बैटिंग ताब उनके साथ, तो थोड़ी बहुत उम्मीद जरूर जागी है। कुलदीप, क्योंकि इनके पास गुगली भी है और बॉल टर्न भी करना जानते हैं। पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ काफी दफा इन्होंने परेशानी बनाई है बैटर्स के लिए।
कोई कैचर नहीं है, ऑफ साइड में 3 फील्डर, एक बचाने पे मामूर, ऑन साइड में शॉट फाइन लेग, डीप शॉट, सही तरह से गेंद बल्ले पर आई नहीं। उस्मान जो हैं शॉट्स अपनी दीदा दलेरी से खेलते हैं, और कल भी एक्शन जारी रहेगा। सबसे बड़ा मुकाबला ऑस्ट्रेलिया और श्रीलंका के दरमियान होगा। 2 साबिका आलमी चैंपियंस हैं जो इस वक्त कैंडी में पर तोल रहे हैं कल आमने सामने आने के लिए। अच्छी डिलीवरी, गुगली खासी तेज गई,
और यही वो डिलीवरी है जिससे राइट हैंड बैटर्स बहुत तंग होते हैं, क्योंकि इनमें ये खासियत है कि बॉल को बल्ले से दूर ले जाते हैं।
जब पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ खेले हैं हमेशा से ही इन्होंने मुश्किलात खड़ी की हैं पाकिस्तान की बैटिंग लाइनअप के लिए। कुलदीप यादव ने बड़े मुकाबलों के ये बॉलर हैं, असीम की मजबूत कलाई है, गेंद को दोनों तरफ स्पिन करते हैं। अपनी रफ्तार में कमी पेशी करने पर इन्हें पूरा पूरा उबूर है। आहिस्ता गेंद दूर की कट करके 1 रन बनाया उस्मान ने। वही अगला ओवर खेलने के मजाज होंगे। 71 पे 4।
Tighten the noose around Pakistan. This time it's through spin. Aksar 1 for 27 in 3.1. Not enough power, not enough middle of the bat. Rinku is sparkling in the field.
He's got such great ground speed, which means his cover's excellent. In fact, Tilak Varma, he's just dropped that catch, made a real huge effort. Most people wouldn't even get to it. But between these two, they've got the perfect mid-off and mid-on fielder. Such great pace, good arm strength, and very viable hands.
Yeah, both are gun fielders in the outfield. Some of the best in the world, I reckon. He gets around so quickly. He's so unassuming.
Oh, his bang is gone. Aksar Patel flattening it. Quicker delivery, hard length. Usman Khan for once missing, and his innings comes to an end. He played a good innings of 44.
Yeah, needed the boundary. Aksar Patel, so astute. Knew that probably need a boundary. Stepped out. Clean piece of work there from Ishan Kishan. Yeah, no way back. Just the right areas. Aksar, his experience coming to the fore.
The innings need maybe 15 or something like that. Hoping against hope. That's the way really to look at this contest now. Required weight is 11.24 right now. So, I mean, if it stretches to 15 in the last 3 overs, with maybe 3 or 4 wickets in hand, they still have an outside chance of doing something.
There are too many things have to go their way if things have to work out for Pakistan. It's the end of the over, 73 for 5.
Tremendous. The point is that if not reading him off the hand, that you can't really walk out of the crease or rush him by using your feet.